Drainage Board meeting to order. The first thing on the agenda, I got a rule.
Minutes. This is approval of minutes.
Approval of
You
minutes.
don't have the agenda.
Approval of
You didn't
minutes.
get an agenda.
Chuck?
You,
Yeah,
that is your agenda.
that's it. He had the wrong paper.
Oh,
I move we approve the minutes as presented. I'll second.
All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed,
Chuck, you have to abstain, you weren't here.
abstain. Motion carries. Moving on to claims. Grant County Treasurer, $5,958.13 a loan from GDIF to maintenance. Let me just read them all and then go back to that. Graphic printing, $48.41 for the FAR Ira Hudson. The fund has $3,544.43. Bragg Excavating, $2,438. Isaiah Wall, the fund has $14,158.55. Bragg Excavating, $6,925. Bellevue Ditch, the fund has $6,060.87 in the fund. Extreme Excavating, $11,748 in Luger Creek and Tibbs. Fund has $96,272.74. And Right of Management, $1,315.02. Little Black Creek Fund has $22,933.22.
And it's right of way, sorry,
Right away.
that's my bad.
Yeah.
The Extreme, that was a new outfit.
Right away management, Spraysville.
Yeah, but the Extreme excavate, I want to know what are they doing? I can't remember.
The Thompson branch of Monroe that they dug, Richard went out. and
I would
drove
have,
by.
it looked good.
Okay, I know we hadn't used them before, I just wanted,
Yeah, I'm very happy with them. They're very cooperative and
good.
they did say the price was low so they could get their foot in the door.
Who's the right away management?
Mhm.
Who's happy with?
Extreme excavating out in Tipton. That was their first job on Thompson branch of Monroe.
Move we pay these claims as presented.
Second.
All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Next thing is right of way. Right of way.
It's right of way, I'm sorry. I'm busy.
$336.50. The Keaton Ditch is $6,218.30 in the fund. Cook Excavating for $1,595. Pipe Creek has $160,527.79 in the fund.
The right of way, so those added add-ons?
They were cattail spraying.
Okay. Something different than the regular spray
Yes,
program.
they have it sprayed a different time of year to kill them.
Okay.
I'd make a motion, we pay those two claims.
I'll second.
All in favor, signify by saying aye. Aye. All opposed? Motion carries.
Kenny, you have to abstain.
Kenny, you have to abstain on that, Kenny. Abstain.
You abstain. Okay, well, now we're moving to old business. The Stovey Climber Coleman.
That's when you had asked me to put those rates together.
Oh, yeah.
find it.
It's right here.
Yeah, $50 an acre. 200 for a home site, 100 for a partial, and 400 for commercial.
He was thinking he wanted to collect around 20,000 a year on his water, where those numbers
Which
come
makes
from.
us 21,270.
The climber would be different because Raymond would need to go through and like maybe change the home sites on it. So they're not paying
Like if they
both.
got a house and a lot, you know what I'm saying? That way they just get hit for
So they're not paying,
for the lot.
one person's not paying 2 home sites, but I don't know how to figure that.
I don't think there is at the moment. We can run over and look, no problem.
How many, you just said $50 an acre, how many?
On your list.
2.44,
Climber.
Not very big acres, most of them's
Okay.
houses.
83 home sites, 20 parcels, 2 and 5 commercial.
Right.
Then the next page is the climber Coleman,
Which one's that on?
That's,
or whatever.
Stobie
there's
and Clymer.
the problem, their VA.
Yeah, the VA and all that.
Same rate.
That's where
North
we,
of the VA, where the housing additions got a problem the whole time.
it never collected.
We can probably do that.
What
Right.
problem? Are we trying to get that to a hearing and bring it up? Is that what we're?
It
Yeah,
doesn't collect at all right now.
because they don't collect anything.
So what's the next procedure to get that done?
If you guys vote on the rates, then I can make the surveyor's report.
Yeah, then we can advertise it and then
Is it one ditch or 2 ditch? They're separate. Okay.
there's 2, yeah.
I would recommend him having them the same meeting because.
Yeah.
it's
Yeah,
all
because
that
they do,
same-
yeah, they're technically all in the same
that way
neighborhood and area and all that.
One landowner doesn't have to come to 2 different meetings, you know.
So the one will collect 21, Stobie will collect
There's
20.
one down along Lincoln Boulevard.
Right, well, that's the one where
That's a Stobie. And then there's the Climber parallels are just to the
goes
east.
across 33rd Street, goes to the east.
But we're just talking up to Stobie now?
Where's that woman
Talking about,
They kept
okay.
digging up her driveway?
That much.
So we need to approve these rates and get it.
Right, so we can get it on, yeah.
All I'm doing is approving.
This is,
If,
yeah,
um,
approval one.
If the assessment roll could go with
He'll
you,
bring
We need to
in
look
or
to make
Drews, that I could,
our rates.
do
This
like
is what
November
this-
18th
the climate
for a hearing
will
date.
bring in, and the Stobie will bring in this.
that's just,
If we have a hearing.
Hello.
Yeah. I make a motion that we, whatever, bring this forward and get it on the agenda to, whatever has to do, what are we gonna
you
motion
wanna go
to?
ahead and set a hearing date? And you're
Well, we
approving
gotta make
the
a,
rates,
we
or?
gotta approve the rate first, right? So he makes a motion to approve the rate.
As presented there.
Second.
Town helped us in the.
I missed what you guys are doing.
What was the minimum? What's the
Now I'm
minimum?
wondering.
$1.
You can't have
The
$1.
second last, if it's.
Has to be,
You're right.
definitely has to be at least $5 minimum, and it should be more. That way, if you bring down the rates, you can bring down the minimum also.
You see that, Mary? We put $1 minimum. Raymond says,
How many
That's the only
minimums are there?
copy.
6,
Yeah, dollars.
The town helped us on that.
0 on the other one.
I had it fixed, and then you want me to change it to commercial rates, I had to go back and take out the other, and I forgot the minimum, but it's not, that's fine.
So it's a 5, you gotta change it to $5, right, Raymond?
Yeah,
At least 5.
But,
What did I have on the
Make it
Climber
10.
Coleman for
yeah, that
minimum?
way you can
0
lower it if it.
or $1, but there's 0 people, or 0 count,
Let's make the minimum 10.
10,
10?
That way if we come down,
yes.
Is that for both or just the Stobie?
Make them for both.
both,
Both.
but they're already on the,
There ain't any on that one.
We're gonna get a lot of
Okay,
pushback
so-
on
We
this.
tried to get that to the town.
Well, I know most of these people. So
Who seconded
Oh,
that?
you're right.
I've been around that neighborhood my whole life, so.
Well, they would if we did something.
I did.
So the minimum would be 10, the acreage would be 50. The home side will be 200, by the partial will be 100, and the commercial will be 400.
But on
And
a
the
climber, the commercial is 300.
There's no commercials on that.
commercial on there.
That's because right before the meeting, he had me change it. So,
Just make them consistently the same.
Yeah.
I'll fix that, yeah.
Yep, so the commercial on the climber will be 400.
400 also.
That way if a business does go in there.
Right.
Yeah.
They're gonna rate for
I
'em.
had them the same and then he had me change it and it was crashed.
Well, I just felt like the commercial should pay more than a house.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
I agree. Yeah.
And if you only give them 100 more, they'd be like, oh, so we got a house, we only pay 200. You know what I'm saying? You know how people are.
So I
Okay,
can,
we got a first and a second.
I can do, if you guys want to set a date, I can do.
Now we gotta do the rates first, then we'll set a date.
All signify by saying aye. Aye. All opposed, same, motion carries. Now, do we have a motion, Mary, for Mary to make it the day, what, Mary?
What date you say?
I can do comfortably November 25th.
Will it be ready by then, Remy?
Oh, yeah.
November 25th?
I move that
Give
we
us a
set,
little bit of leeway in case there's any.
I move that we set the
November?
public meeting
Tuesday, should be a Tuesday.
for the Stovey and Coleman, or Climber Coleman for November 18th, right?
25th.
25th. At the conclusion of our regular session.
You got a second?
Yeah, second.
Second by Gordon. All in favor, signify by saying aye. Aye. All opposed, motion carries. Now we'll move to the Cleopas and Haynes. Update, the fund has $24,640.07 in the fund.
Eric, where's Jared? Where's Jared?
He is not responding. I don't know if maybe he had some heart issues or something. He's not responding the last 2 times. I tried to get hold of him.
I just realized he's not here.
I just sent him another message and he hasn't read the message I sent like 3 days ago.
Okay.
So,
Chris sends you a letter.
Yes.
Where's that clear office? Not that road yet?
It's been around the hood. It's Hobart Street.
Yeah.
It shows
Just
just
clear office.
Cleopas and Haynes. Yes. And then this second page shows you where it leaves town. Comes back, comes down, and goes way down to that open ditch south. But Eric's gone in here on the Cleopas and Haynes, and he's jetted from the arrow there by the office of the granary. They're on your left-hand side of the picture, and jetted it back to the east, all the way down to Washington Street. And actually went on out into that field there on Washington Street.
That park.
Yes, just south of the park. He was all the way to the fence line to the east side of the park.
correct.
The 2 blue dots are trees that are close, and there's a little bit of roots into the tile. The 2 orange dots are 2 trees that are very close to the tile and causing the blockage, major blockages. Eric was able to get through with his little one, then he chased it with his big one and got that opened up. Down where the pink X is on that line, there's an inspection there, and Eric was able to go in there with his vac and suck out the dirt that had accumulated above the blocked tree roots and got a lot of that out. And now that is open and flowing to the west, down and then going south. So we have the east and west part on Hobart opened up. There's a line north of that comes out of the silo area, goes towards the ballpark, and just yesterday afternoon, we finally found a T that takes it to the south. It's taking water, but it's not taking water well. So it still needs to be opened up north and south. There's supposed to be another one going north and south where the 2 pink dots are on that top row, but we were unable to find the T that goes to the south. but we were able to find the one on the east end. My question to you is, Eric has an estimate from a Smoke Valley to cut out to take the 2 orange trees out and grind the stumps out. Do you have that with you?
Yes, sir. Yeah, to remove, 1 catalpa tree, 1 fork maple tree, it includes grinding the stumps, hauling off the wood, and putting dirt and seed in the holes, $3,800 for both trees.
What?
3,800.
Yes, sir.
I gave you guys all a copy of
Get a
it.
hold of Dave over there at the elevator, cause they know where all that stuff's at.
Well, I met with him and we walked and talked and he pointed and,
These are the 2 trees you had a concern with, and there should be pictures that shows the vicinity to the tile. It's also where the county highway dug them up a few years ago, and they were packed full, and they said these trees gotta go, and the homeowner threw a fit, if I remember right.
I don't remember county over there.
And then we've also dug beside that just to get our jetter closer to it to open it about 4 or 5 years ago.
Yeah, I remember county had a jetter over there.
I don't know if they had a jetter, but they dug it up. And that came from the gentleman that runs the elevator.
Dave, remember, they had backhoe out there.
Yeah. I wasn't part of that, that's just what I was told.
I know.
You think they need to come out?
I mean, they're not,
It's gonna be a recurring problem, right?
Who owns the trees?
Brenda Clevenger.
You got a problem with them coming out?
She doesn't like the idea, but I told her that they were obstructing a regulated drain, and if they remained, that we could send her a letter to remove the obstruction, and if she didn't, we could remove the obstruction and send her a bill. So she was more inclined to being okay with us removing them if we wanted to push the issue.
We still pay, she's not gonna pay the bill, we're gonna pay it.
Right, that is the
If she
intent.
refuses,
Yeah, okay.
we can make her pay the bill.
Okay.
Right.
those are the 2 worst trees, but it's kind of like Bellevue, they're not the only trees. But there's been a significant blockage there at least 3 times.
Down by the ball field, you'll see 2 dots.
Yeah.
Those are 2 big trees. On the top line between the 2 pink X's, that's a big tree. But it's not the only ones that are close to the tile. But,
So we need a motion for this.
What's in the fund?
You guys have a picture.
$24,640.07.
I guess I could look at that.
What do we need to do?
Eric has somewhere around 4,500 in it at the moment. If we add the 3,800 with the trees, you're up to 7,300 or 8,300. And we still need to hook the north line to the Hobart line somehow. Because that back side of that towards the river doesn't have an outlet very good at the moment. It is, the water's getting away, but it's not running away.
You get that last house there before you get to the park, rats and everything was running wild there.
Yeah.
They've got a lot of that cleaned up
Old
now.
cars and everything parked there.
Yeah, the one to the west got cleaned up. I'm not sure about the other 2.
They're working on them.
Okay, I just know that's where it flooded, but that was why we went out there in the first place, I think.
Yes. And the original blockage was at the orange trees,
Correct.
but that back line still is not working well at all. And I don't know of other outlets from the mill. There's one down towards the way house. There's one down there, but there's none in the middle there that I have been able to locate. My requesting to spend more money on the north and south to get the back line hooked up to the Hobart line. and then questioning whether you want the trees out or not.
Well, if we got money, get the trees out, solve the problem, if we got enough money to do it. While we're out there.
But you guys tell me. And we'll pursue it.
Is the one that, the ditch on the
You
second?
got an estimate for where you gotta tie them two
These are
together?
okay?
As far as I know.
So he was like 3,000 to take the trees down, grind them and get rid of them, and then
No, I'm talking
I
about-
figured 800 for the dirt and the seed and
That's the one
cleaning
I
up the sawdust.
Right, but I'm saying where he says you guys gotta hook up another tile, right?
We just discovered that yesterday, so I have not put together an estimate for that.
It's hard to tell on the tile because we don't know what
We
we're
don't
going to
know
find.
where
when we
we're
get
gonna
in
have to go, that's the
Well, let's do
problem.
it in 2 stages then.
Yeah, we'll go
Get
ahead
rid
and
of the
okay
trees, and
this.
then after
rid of
you get the
trees.
estimate.
Once he gets an estimate, we'll have to okay.
Yeah, it's kind of hard for you to give an estimate when you don't know what we're gonna find.
I can basically,
You'd have to figure replacing that line from the north to the Hobart
I can
tile.
figure a couple spots and just, but it's one of the things where we dug one spot up and we went and then we found another. So that's what I don't know if I'm gonna find. I mean, I like I said, I can put a number and then qualify it.
How long is that line if you had to replace it all?
What, 200 feet? The north and south part?
Probably 200 feet, yeah,
What size is it, you know, roughly?
8 inch.
8
No,
inch.
that's not too expensive.
What's that tile?
8 inch.
Well, give us a price, like on fixing 2 or 3 holes, and then give us a price on replacing the whole line.
What was the first part?
Give us a price like on fixing 2 or 3 spots,
Yeah.
and then give us a price on fixing the whole line.
Yeah.
Cause that'll give us a better, where
That
we're
way you
spending
know
money
the
better.
range.
Right, and we
range.
know, make sure we got enough in the fund.
Okay.
Yeah, the biggest issue is as long as we can stay away from Hobart because they have so many fiber and data lines in there that they don't mark lines, they just paint everything orange. And that's not a joke, there's
No,
like
I know.
8 of them in there, and the gas.
A
So,
little bitty tiny town has that many fiber optic lines going through.
yeah,
Okay, so we'll I need a motion to go ahead and take the trees out and all that, and then he'll come up with
This is
another.
another 100 years.
I'll make the motion, we approve the 3,800 for the tree removal.
I'll second.
Gordon
Oh,
second.
Did you want to make more than that?
No,
Yeah.
for now.
Okay, I'll second.
Does that 3,800 include the dirt and the CSA?
Yeah.
yeah, the trees and the grinding was 3,000 and then I'm 800 to clean it up and put the seed down.
So we got a first and a second. Got that, Mary? All in favor, signify by saying aye. Aye. All opposed? Motion carries. Next one is the Bellevue update, $6,060.87 in the fund.
I didn't see pictures of Bellevue, Mary. Did you?
It's in your packet there.
For Bellevue?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
New one.
I just wanted to make sure they have pictures of Bellevue. Okay. I know what they look like. Thank you.
What's this, Jonesboro?
Yes. You look at the pictures.
Those are all root balls, right?
You ready? Get do your second page if you would, Kenny. Get the page with the dots and there's a blue circle in the right-hand bottom corner. That's Wichita Street. That's where we got started. We had water that was pooling there when it rained and wouldn't go away. Eric went in this spring and was able to go down 2 property owners to where I have a circle with a red X.
About 250 feet.
And he hit an obstruction that he couldn't get through at that time. He got his better, bigger jetter working. We went in later and we went from, they dug into where the X is, the circle and X. And that's where they pulled down a couple of those huge,
The one beside the shovel.
the one right there on the front page come out of that hole. And they were able to actually jet all the way down to the left to where the green line goes north. We're gonna get that stretch all the way open. There's another part of the tile when it was installed that wraps around the end and goes to the north to a catch basin, and it catches those people's drains also. We went to open that drain up because the red circle there was not draining. While he was there with the jetter, we tried to go the other way. He went down part of the ways to the west and actually it got stuck. We had to go in there with a mini excavator and dig it up, and we're able to open it up from there back to the catch basin, but we were not able to go north and south on the other little line that goes to the other catch basin. But we do have the orange line opened up. We did go over my limit, but again, on these tiles, you don't know what you're gonna get into until you get into them. If we can finish it while we're there, that was my call. We finished it while we were there versus.
What put us over was getting stuck. We were under, and when we hung, we did not expect to have to dig.
But at the moment, the tile is opened up. Me and Eric chased it to the north side of 6th Street. Removed the manhole cover there, and we was able to actually see the tile. And it's 2 inches of water maybe in the bottom of it. So it is open to the north and has an outlet now. All the money got spent, but there is still a little bit of an issue that we should address in the future when we get more money in.
Is this tree roots or what?
Yes, it was. There's tree roots or trees all down through there. There's fence right on top of the tile. It would be a nightmare to have to go in there and dig that tile up. Then there's a water line that runs parallel with it on the south side. I'm not sure if it runs on the north side too or not.
If you put copper sulfate in that ditch, that'll get rid of part of the trees.
Yeah, the pictures that I sent are just a small, we would go in until we couldn't go, and then it's all you can do to pull it back when there's a root ball on it. We did that dozens and dozens of times. It was packed.
Copper sulfate to get it for a year.
And then, yeah.
It won't last longer than that.
Right. The problem we had was there was no water penetrating at all. So the copper sulfate, now that it's open, I think that would be a good solution. But at the time, they had I think the mayor of Jonesboro was throwing a fit because they had a lake there at the school. It was a lot of jetting to get that to open up because there's a lot of big trees on that line.
So that was all there was to the Bellevue update.
Well, I don't mind you going over the 4,000 and something like this, because it's emergency, we don't know. They should need to let me or Richard or one of these board members know.
Okay.
Should we increase the maintenance on this?
How much maintenance is on this?
$5 an acre, $25 a home, $5 minimum brings in all $1,279 a year.
That's not enough.
It's not on collection right now, it's shut off.
It will be after you pay the bill.
It is, but it's still not enough.
I mean,
How many homes?
44,
How many acres?
33.
So basically homes.
Yes. The only farm ground that's on it is where it goes to the outlet. It goes across the field, then it goes underneath 22 and outlets into the little newbie ditch over by the trailer court.
okay.
Is where it empties.
1267.
So if that line gets so bad and you gotta replace it,
That's gonna be a nightmare. I mean, it's one of the things where they put everything on the easement, trees, water main, water
Sheds.
meters.
Shed in one place, one shed you went under.
What's that?
There's one shed you went under.
Yes, sir.
It's not a big one, but
It goes through a small woods. It looked like they moved the boat from the last time I walked back there. But that's why really jetting was the obvious option. So,
you know, I meant later on if we had to, because we're gonna raise this fund to get more money to try to maintain it.
well,
it would, yeah, it wouldn't be cheap. I mean, yeah.
and this is the same condition as a lot of the tile. Our Herbst tile in Herbst, same condition. It doesn't pull in hardly enough money to do anything to them.
Well, we're gonna have to raise it. I mean, can't, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, there's no choice.
Yeah,
Well, that would take a motion from the board then, because generally on the hearings, they in the past have waited for the people on the,
To petition it.
yes. And just recently, this year and last year, first that the board has initiated a raising of the fund.
And Chuck, you would know, from a contractor's perspective, preventative, whether it's
Oh, yeah.
putting something in there or getting ahead of it, this thing was, I mean, you can tell by the roots, this thing was packed. The problem is, nobody says anything until there's a flood.
How expensive is copper sulfate?
That's not too bad, is it, Kenny? Copper sulfate? That's not,
No, it's not that high.
yeah.
That's what they use as swimming pool.
Yeah.
I'm just saying you already spent this
But
much.
again,
You have to raise the rate, don't you, Pat? Yeah, I mean, we already spent this much, you know there's
That
gonna be
one over
more
there.
trouble.
that one
Well,
over
I mean,
there,
At
Your dad.
$1,260 a year,
It's
It's
nothing.
gonna be a long time.
Can't even
you're not gonna get
maintain it.
anything done.
No,
Oh,
we
yeah.
gotta maintain
we
it.
kept putting it in
I bet it
there.
costs that much for the copper
Well, yeah.
sulfate to treat it.
We didn't win,
Yeah.
but we dumped,
Because it's gonna take a.
what's his name from Walker from, Monticello said, if you don't use copper sulfate in here, I'll be back.
Make it, we just raise it or we go through the motions.
Well, you have
We
to
use,
have-
we
got that
dumped, I
raised,
know we
separate
dumped 2
and have
pounds in
public
there.
hearing, and then, you know, let the public come in. Get
and if they don't
But-
vote it down, they're on their own.
But
To
that's
start
their-
collecting next year, we need to have the hearing for.
Question is what would be a good,
Good
what
grade.
would be a good rate?
At the moment, it's open. It's gonna be a future problem.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I've had thought in my head, what does the board think of preventative routing of these tile? Instead of waiting until they do get plugged, just have Eric or someone or Chuck or someone go in with a jetter and jet them open. Instead of waiting for them to get plugged.
Well, no, you definitely should make a list so that you could do that. I mean, you know, oh, I know, but you know, well, you know what I'm saying? Well, we never got that done before. Now we need them people. We'll make it happen. You know what I'm
I
saying?
mean, now that you know that there's roots in it, you know next year the roots are gonna be back.
Right.
They may not plug things up
May not
next year,
plug, but if you
but
just
they will.
clean it once a year, then it's
Just
gonna
dry
sure help
years.
him and it's gonna help the bill not be so big.
Or even possibly on like a 3-year rotation or 2-year rotation for them.
I'd probably, big as Emirates was, I'd probably clean them once a year, at least for a few years, just to make
To
sure you
get
get
them
everything out.
maintained, to get ahead of them. The other thing is, these last 3 dry years we've had,
Yeah, the water goes
roots
to
have
me.
played havoc on
Trees are under
every
the
tile.
tile.
I couldn't believe out there at 8 grams, how far those trees go.
Yes, sir, they're looking for water any place they can get it. Yeah.
And not that this isn't a low one, but I would guess we probably could find some that are just as low, if not in more need.
Yeah.
It's like the Jesse Tippie was $1.85 or $1.47 a home site.
So Raymond, you get us a figure, what you think, what them houses should be over there? Maybe we can set, so we can figure out how to raise it.
What kind of a fund do you want to be sitting with?
Well, you're gonna have to, you figure if you spend 7,000, you ought to at least try to collect.
8 a year?
Probably need to look at what would it cost to do some preventative maintenance on this thing yearly, whether it's jetting, root removal, and then a few repairs.
Well, man's right there. What would it cost to run that many feet
Normally,
preventative wise? I mean, when there's,
I would say that one, I mean, we did give another riser, so that gives us a little more, probably 900 to 1,200 a year.
how many feet?
What is the footage on that? I don't know.
What would 1,000 feet be just?
Yeah, about that. On that one, because it's tough, probably 900 to 1,200.
To do 1,000 feet?
Yeah.
Because we have herps,
But if we can stay ahead of it, I mean, that jetter,
cuts it instead
it
of,
cuts it pretty good.
yeah, with what you're taking out and going at it from the top side versus the bottom side.
I mean, it was using the hydraulic reel and 2 guys. It was all you could do to pull that hose back 500 feet. I mean,
Hoping the head don't come off.
and they were wore out by the end of the day, but
I'd say at least that's like 10 grand a year. Wouldn't you?
and on something like that, I don't mind standing behind it for a year. If I say you roll it, you
Because
roll it.
right now,
It's,
it's
you know,
collecting 1,200.
longer than that,
So if you want 10
the
grand.
roots can get in.
Yeah. It's like
10
8 times what it is now.
You're looking at $200 or $150 a home site then.
Well, they're what's caused the problem, they plant the shrubs and trees.
Hey, we can set it that high and then come down at the meeting.
Yeah, because you're basically, we're setting them all about 200, right? 150, 200, every one we've done so far.
Yeah.
I mean, really, you should try to keep it, you know, at a consistency, shouldn't you?
Yeah.
that-
I mean, that way you're being fair to everybody is what I'm saying.
Yeah, and to actually have any amount to do anything with,
Right, and that way you got enough to at
So you
least
don't-
help
so you don't have a-
maintain it and.
so you don't have a blockage and then no money.
Right, yes, exactly.
Well, if you're doing 1,000 feet for $800, $900, or even 1,000 feet for $1,000, if there's 3,000 feet there, $3,000 would route it.
Right, so you should have, that fund, you ought to at least take in,
You take at least 5 a year.
5,000 a year, you know what I'm saying?
And that's probably not
That,
enough
that's probably not enough for any repairs. I
to do
mean,
the repairs.
Yeah, if you gotta get in there and dig and put another access point, but if you're hitting it every year, you should
Right,
not
right.
have to get another access point.
Right, but you
hopefully.
just, you know what I'm saying?
My only fear with this
That'll give
would
us
be
somewhat.
the size of the roots that were in there, have they damaged the pipe? I mean, that would be your only fear.
And you know they probably have.
Yeah, but we did not pull any chunks of,
Didn't pull any pipe
we
out.
didn't pull any pipe.
Well, a lot of times
That'll be
too,
next year.
Yeah.
you just get one going down in there, and then it goes into the mass.
Yeah.
So when you pull it, you're getting that great big root out there, really it built itself inside that tile.
Right, right.
It came in.
But
the
you
tile.
still got the one that went through.
Yeah, through the joint though. See, people think it goes through the pipe, it goes through the joint.
Yeah.
Right there where the roof goes through the joint.
And you're also increasing pressure on a line.
Right.
when
That they had,
low,
yeah.
And that's, yeah, so.
So what amendment we need to collect on these places we're talking about? What,
Okay, so can you guys figure it for 5,000 a year?
I have to push some numbers.
Right, but then we can bring, then you can bring it back.
Bring it back for a
Right,
discussion.
and we'll have the hearing and all that.
yeah,
And I'd even boost it to 5 to, and 75 too. You know what I'm saying?
5 to 75,
You know what I'm saying? Just give us a you know what I'm saying?
44.
I just figured at 7,500.
Because that,
And then we
if you have to
can come
do
down
one
at the
digging
beginning.
job, and then you still gotta maintain through, you know, it's 3,000, you gotta do one digging.
Well, if 44 homes and you put 100 a home, you got 4,400.
The 200 home, you got 88.
150 a home.
66.
Which one's that one?
I'd go to
Bellevue, Jonesboro.
200.
Yeah, you're back at the $200 a
I
home.
thought, my God, you gotta always remember too, we think it's
You're
high,
gonna get a
but
lot of,
in 2-3 years, material's way
Yeah.
higher. You know, I mean, at least you got some money in there to,
The
You know
gentleman
what I'm
paid
saying?
$50,000 for it, cost me $81,000.
right, but you know what I'm saying?
you get $200 a home, you're gonna get a little
Yeah, and that'll give them,
Wow, pullback.
ground here.
Yeah.
You can go out with 200 and that's too many shows.
yeah, then we can lower it down to 150.
175.
Ain't that what you said?
Put
Lower
an
it.
odd number in there.
Go high.
We can always lower it. We can't go up, we can lower it.
None of these homes have paid very little in the last,
Correct.
probably, 30, have been 30, 40 years in addition.
One gentleman out there said he's been there 30 years and this is the first time anybody's worked on the tile.
Is the school on it?
No. School goes towards the river.
Okay.
There's another.
So
river.
why were they upset that there was water standing at the school?
It was on Wichita, covering up the whole Wichita and over
Yeah, it
into the
floods
school's
out.
yard.
It floods.
That's where they line up to drop the kids off.
And the mayor's mother-in-law is the first house north of where the water was standing.
Connection.
All right, next thing is a Webster update, not on maintenance.
Next pile. This is just a one pager. Got State Road 18 and Pennsylvania Avenue. Last year we visited with a gentleman was wanting to put some kind of a factory out there. McCoy was wanting to put a factory and the residents were not happy with it. They have a new owner. He's wanting to put soccer fields out there. He's putting up a big building that's big enough to put a soccer field in. And me and Eric have looked for the Webster tile. We found a 6-inch tile that fits the description of the book's description of where it should run. But the books say that it should be a 10-inch, but we can't find a 10-inch. All we're finding is a 6-inch. But it is removing water from that area, runs where the old one said. In a book from 1915 or 16, the Webster tile was developed to go up there, and there was a housing addition to be developed on the west side of Pennsylvania and the east side of Pennsylvania that was all going to drain through this. In 1926, I found in the book, the northern part got redirected and drained another direction. And the southern part, the people that were on it didn't want to do anything with it. After that, I can't find it. I haven't found any more information on it.
Is this where the old
Greenway.
Greenway was,
Yes.
nursery?
Yeah.
Okay, question.
Mhm.
If he's wanting to put in soccer stuff, will he have to change zoning?
He's going through area plan on that.
He's cleared on zoning,
He's clear, he's got his approval?
yes.
Okay. So I was gonna say, why do we?
That is the only, the way I understand it, everywhere around there, you would have to change it, but that's particular
Lincoln
property.
County.
Jim Todd talked to me the year before he retired maybe, about replacing this line.
Mhm.
And he said there's a 10-inch out there. Did you talk to Jim?
I was with Jim when we looked for it. We found a tile in the group of trees, but it's not connected to the 6-inch that me and Eric traced.
Well, Jim said there, because he wanted me to give him a price, and then he said he would get back to me, and then that guy, all them people went off about him building the factory, so never heard nothing back.
In Eric's investigation, the I&M is supposed to own the field. I&M says they don't own the field, but they've been paying the taxes on it.
Since 1978, and according to McCoy, they got it on eminent domain or something, because they were trying to set up a substation
Yeah.
for Anaconda. And then they ended up setting that up behind the armory, I think. But they've argued, the regional office has argued with me, we do not own that property. I said, well, then somebody's happy because you've been paying their taxes since 1978.
Well, tell them signed over to you, and then you. Just sign over to me, I'll finish paying for it.
Yeah, and I've not heard back since I told them that is the case. I think Cindy found that out for me, so.
We have informed the new owner that it's a county drain, but it has no maintenance, no fund. He has commented that he may fix it, repair it, but has not been a commitment. I just wanted you guys to be aware of what was going on out there.
He's not asking for money.
Well, I just know that guy knows that, that one guy said it flooded bad. That's why they was wanting to replace that.
There's two, the property owners on north and south both have flooding issues, but they're both in a hole. We've jetted we've got it clear to the south. Except until we get to that clump of trees, but it drains. To the north is a ditch towards the church and stuff, it's packed full of mud. I'm not sure that we're gonna get it open.
And cat litter.
And cat litter, yeah, so, but and if we can find the 10-inch, that would be great, but
Yeah, but I ain't kidding you, I talked to Jim. 'Cause
I'll talk
he told me.
yeah, and I can call Jim too and see,
But as far as, we don't even for sure know where it's at in Pennsylvania.
no, we found a 6-inch, arch, or flat bottom. We found a 6-inch round, but, none of them, all of them are old.
There's no money in the fund, so there's
Well, it
no,
sounds like nothing's been done since 26, that you can't find it in the books.
and the flat bottom tile would
Yeah.
coincide with that.
And it was in great shape. It was. Yeah.
All right, moving on to Thompson Branch of Monroe. Update, $96,272.74 in the fund.
This is the new Extreme Excavation, first job that they've done for us. Richard went out and looked. He was happy with what he saw.
It looked good.
He did a heck of a job on the brush, I thought.
Yep.
And he's got Scott Van Horn from Greentown running his excavator, which is related to the Van Horn, son of the Van Horn that has retired. I did approve for, when I made the quote out, there's a farm crossing and I thought it would be goo and it would wash out of the farm crossing when they dug through there, but it did not. It had form to it. So I talked to Extremes. They had a gentleman out of Noblesville that they usually use for such situations with a jetter, but he told me it would be $1,500 just to get the jetter up here. So I contacted Rickner, John's Repair. Andy brought out 2 of his guys and they got in the pipe and shoveled a path out of the center and have it so that the water will flow. And I think once the water flows through there a couple times, it'll wash the rest of it out. They were there all day yesterday and they went back this morning for a couple hours. I'm guessing it's $1,500 on their part for that. But then I have pink dots on this map that I gave you that indicate places that could use some riprap. The one closest to 100 South is a collection point for most of it. I think we should at least do that one. The ones on the opposite side of the ditch are where tile come out of that wooded area that don't go anywhere, but they're running enough water to eat away the bank. Their private tile riprap would slow the erosion. The owner's not going to replace them. He doesn't have a concern with it. I didn't know if you wanted to if you were okay with putting a backhoe's bucket worth of riprap there to slow that erosion. And then the 2 on the left hand, the one closest to the road definitely, and the second one, it could use half of a single axle dump truck of stone probably. Nothing extensive, but it would cost a little more money. So I was approaching this with was a blessing to spend a little more on riprap, and if you want to do the smaller ones, or let the small ones go for now and let them deal with it, property owners.
Is Extreme gonna come back and do it, or?
He's gonna do it as they go out.
Oh, okay.
And then-
Because they're still there?
Yes. The Extreme is a third of the way across the muck. He's hoping to be finished either today or tomorrow with the digging. But it's muck and you move the excavator and everything around you moves. So, we're gonna have him shape that when he comes out. Rickner has 2 single axle dump trucks and is willing to get the riprap for him.
Do we have a price on the riprap?
No, I do not. The tri-axle is like less than 400, 250 to 400 for tri-axle. I think that's right.
There's 96,000 in the fund,
Hmm?
96, no.
Yes, in Monroe Ditch, or Luger Creek, sorry. Luger Creek and the tributaries.
Well,
So you're talking probably 2,000 for 7?
At the most, at the most. 2,000 should get it shaped and the stone. For the big one and the one below it, the 2 little ones, we could run like I say, a backhoe bucket over there and slope some of it.
well, there's money, I think,
Yeah.
while they're there, so
Yeah.
try to get it,
Because there'll be a problem if we don't.
yeah.
I move that we put $2,500 worth of riprap on Thompson Ditch and spots that are deemed necessary by the surveyor.
Thank you.
Second. You got that, Mary?
Okay, I didn't get the second part of the motion. 2,500 for riprap, and what was that?
That was it. And then Gordon,
For the spots deemed necessary by the surveyor.
Okay,
all in favor, signify by saying aye. Aye. All opposed, motion carries. Next one is the Isaiah Wall Open Luger Creek, Jerry Schultz. It has $96,272.74 in the fund.
He did just text me, said he forgot. But I can answer any questions that you guys have. That's what he said.
Which
So
last
this is the
meeting?
bid, right?
Yeah.
This is the bid.
they're each marked in the areas. You wanna explain?
Yeah, there's different areas that I highlighted on the map, and I took pictures. Richard and Raymond have both seen it. The pictures, it's kind of hard to see the washouts because of the weed growth.
This is on the other side of Schultz's property, right?
In the woods.
In the woods.
It's on the south side of
On
18.
the south side of 18.
Yeah, but there's a ditch on the east side of one with
That is the one we just worked on for Blackford County.
Yeah, this is the
This
other
is a
side.
different one.
This is the other one, Rick.
This is on the west side.
That's what I thought.
You remember her from last meeting?
Yeah, I do. That was a special meeting, right?
That was at the joint board,
Yeah,
yeah.
okay. You guys are getting me all confused.
Yeah. She was too, at that meeting.
Yeah.
Yeah, the only map I have of it is showing you where it's at. Eric's are better than mine. Unless you want to see them, Gordon. You might.
What do you think about taking them trees out that are growing out of the bank?
What do I think about it?
Yes or no?
This is
I know what Jerry thinks
Schultz's.
about them. He wants them out.
The next
I
one
say
shows you
no.
where it is relation to
Problem
5.
and I explained that to Raymond, and I'm having to use more riprap there because I can't slope that bank back. Now, there is that big oak, and I don't want to slope back there. But those trees prevent me from sloping back, which means I'm gonna have to stack it up pretty good on the bottom.
Uh-huh.
There is room to shift that flow line down there. But that's the only way I'm gonna get riprap to hold on that bank.
Because you know, if you take them out, you're gonna have to slope it way back, right?
Yeah, and that takes away the path that the.
Yeah, then he'll be mad about that.
I was hoping he's here. Yeah. Yeah, there's that one there. The rest of them, I think I've got room. The two smaller ones don't need slope back. Those we can just fill the washout in. The other one that's on the north end, I think we could slope back, cause it kind of goes out into the
There's the
field.
curve.
It's that
Yeah.
one where you're talking about that's the iffy one. I just know they like their trees, and I know I got in trouble the last time I was in there.
Yeah.
Because I took a couple of the wrong
I'm sure.
trees. So they would like to keep however many trees they can. I'm not sure those trees are gonna survive with their roots exposed like that, even if I cover them with riprap, I don't
Yeah, they won't.
think they're gonna, so,
Maybe they'll survive their lifetime,
yeah.
but not much longer.
And he was okay to take any dead trees or scrub trees like that. It's just,
Jerry would like it to be a park through there, like he
Now,
remembered.
you didn't include any mowing or anything, did you?
yes, sir. The last item 5 is brushing.
Oh, okay.
And I did a map there that showed basically, 750 feet both sides of the bank. It appeared, once we get in that field, about 175 feet, it goes to all weeds going towards 18. I didn't walk it, but,
What it looked like.
yeah. There's not a lot of big growth on the banks. There's a lot of weeds with some scrub stuff. The weeds are gonna be dead in a month.
You want me to help you find that?
Well, I don't think I got it.
What do you need? I got
I
stuff.
don't know.
Probably too close to the end of the bottom of the tile.
I don't know what there's. I was looking.
So what's the grand total with what bid here? Anybody got a Adam machine?
Sorry, I didn't do that.
I think it's $17,978.
We're gonna have to get somebody that's gotta takes trees out and grinds the stumps.
But they don't want the trees to stump out, just,
That's the next thing.
Yeah.
I'm concerned that if Eric gets to pull the banks back on the north and south ends of the woods,
Well, which one's that?
that Jerry's not gonna be happy with this.
He's not.
But I don't know what, it needs to pull it back in order to put the riprap on it. But
Like I said, the two small spots, it's basically where there was concrete, it's kinda, I can fill those, no problem. It's that one on the southeast,
where the tree roots are exposed.
yes.
And the
Like I
one,
said, there is a big oak there where the roots are coming out. It's about 8 feet off that top of the bank. We need to be careful around that tree for sure. It's a big old tree, but those ones that have the spider webbed roots out right there,
There are trees growing along the bank that the roots are just spider webbed along the whole bank.
that he does not want removed.
Everything we're getting involved in is tree roots.
But they weren't down in the ditch.
no, these are
They're up towards the top.
at least 6 feet from the bottom, at least.
The tree themselves is actually at the crest of the bank,
Okay.
yeah.
So you take the tree out, the bank's gonna cave in then. And then you have to slope the whole ditch back. And then he's really mad because his path is going. Are you gonna use Montpelier stone?
That was an option, but again, I don't know if I'm gonna get in trouble for that.
Because it's yellow, not white.
It's not white stone.
that, he wants white stone instead of yellow? Is that
don't
what
know.
you're saying?
So, yes.
Well, he could.
Well,
You
he
could.
could do it, but he'd pay for the difference.
Well, there ain't no difference. You just gotta haul it farther.
There's a difference in price,
No, there's a difference in price.
like $1,000 on a couple of those items.
So if he wants the white zone, he'll have to pay the difference. Otherwise, I don't know. I know him, I don't know him well, but you're not gonna satisfy him. Is that right? I could say that. Hoping to.
Yeah, it'd be a whole lot easier to get it from Montpelier, wouldn't it?
The erosion.
Yeah, once I'm hauling it, I'm hauling it, so if I was going for 1 or 2 loads, that's one thing, but if we're coming from Montpelier anyhow.
Get some white spray paint, paint the top of it.
Well, and it's not, I mean, the stuff he's got there now is not white, so it all looks good when you first put it in, but, my biggest complaint with Montpelier is it's a softer stone, but nobody in this room's gonna have to worry about that before that deteriorates, so,
Nope.
Okay, do I got a motion?
What was your thoughts, Richard?
Motion on.
Everything he's wanting to do needs done, so. I move that we go ahead with this project and use Montpelier stone.
Well, item 5.
What we gotta do is put riprap. Where you take the trees out or?
There's erosion on the
When
corner.
you're brushing, is that, you're gonna mow it or?
Goes out.
yeah, so basically on the excavator, we're gonna do the things,
Small spot in the
and,
center.
I did not figure any
One on
spray.
the West side down here where a
It was
tree came out.
mowing and.
You know he won't want it sprayed.
You guys got in trouble last time it got sprayed.
We sprayed it one year on the program and then he called and wanted it stopped. So we stopped it.
Maybe if we mow it, he'll let you use Montpelier stone. Yellow.
You're gonna let it, you're gonna,
Yeah,
There is, I mean, there is some scrub stuff that's gonna be an issue, especially in the wooded area. You just gonna have to get over that. I mean, if you don't take it now, it's gonna become a bigger issue, but, it's the stuff up on the bank that,
yeah, I'll let him mow it just one time while he's gonna be there to get it all cleaned out. And from then on, it'll be Jerry's problem.
you get Gordon's vote.
Okay, we got a second. We got a second?
I'll second.
Pat seconded it. All in favor, signify by saying aye. Aye. All opposed? Motion carries. Next one is Big Black Creek, discussion, $170,513.59 in the fund.
Big Black Creek is kind of like Washington Township's Pipe Creek for the rest of the county. It takes water out of the county and takes it to the Salamone River instead of the Macinawa River. On the paper I'm given, there's a blue X on the bottom right-hand corner.
James, you're in townships, isn't it? Not Washington.
Right, sorry.
Hummel's Washington.
Yes. Well, in Hummel's nothing compared to Big Black.
Yeah.
The Big Black Creek comes out of Blackford County into Wells County into Grant County back into that other county. The Blue X, Harold Turner called in and he's got water backed up at the Blue X, which is a tile that drains 80-some acres in a basin there. We've walked the ditch from 1,000 up to 300 north. And where the green arrow is, or the green circle is, there's a waterway that dumps into Big Black Creek that, from what the landowner said, the Farm Services partnered with them and they put a structure in there. The calculation on the amount of acres coming in was wrong and it blew it out and blew it into the ditch. So there's debris in the ditch that has held back debris. At 300, we only need to dig about a foot out and recenter the channel. By the time we get to 1,000, there's about 2 foot of depth that needs to be removed, and there's sandbars that would be beneficial to take out while we're there. I just want your blessing to go forward with this and get it out to quotes, is my intent. I've talked with Adam Swagger near 300 North, and we can avoid the home side on the left by going in his field on the right and doing the brushing and dredging from that side until we get to close to the green arrow, a green circle, then we would go back to the west side. And possibly even do the east side down by 1,000. There's a big washout there that on the west side that we would be better on the east side at preliminary. I'm just wanting your blessing to go forward with this and get it to quotes so that we can get some stuff done before winter gets here, hopefully. And then I would like to, can the surveyor's office fill out the quote paper on drainage board headed paper, and then we can supply it to Mary, and then Mary can send them out? Is that sufficient for them to come out of from the drainage board versus?
So she didn't know what needs done on
That way they're calling me.
Yeah, all I know is Kyle said it has to come from the drainage board, and it has to come to the drainage board, the quotes.
As long as it's on the drainage board later.
What do you think, Mary?
What decision?
Yeah, but what do you think? You've been here 13 years, tell me what you think.
Well, I just know the way it's been done, but I mean,
How's it been done?
Jim would write out what he did, I would type it up and mail him out. But I mean,
Pretty simple.
That's the way it needs to be
That's the way
done.
to do it.
No, okay.
Yep.
Can he type it on drainage board stationary, and then you just review it and not retype it?
whatever you guys want.
It doesn't make sense to him do it and then turn around and read it.
And retype it.
Yeah, just do it like you always done it. It works. Just get it to Mary, Mary will do it.
So you're gonna type it on drainage board letterhead?
I write it out and then she checks me for grammar and punctuation and if I put anything dumb in it.
And then you send it to her and she retypes it.
Well, that's how it did work. If we had the drainage board letterhead, Cindy could put it right on the drainage board letterhead and then let Mary send it out to the contractors that she wants to send it to.
See, that's what I think it should be done, because
What do you think, Mary? Let's work for you.
Don't matter.
too many people reading the same letter, not saying you're gonna make a mistake, but you could change something
Well, I
really
did-
easy.
I forgot the map that one time.
Yeah.
So,
No, it's fine. I'll just bring my letterhead paper.
then, do I need to review these quote letters through the board before I send them out? We haven't before. I mean, I just prolonged
No, because
the,
you're
No, 'cause
getting the quote, you're going to have to bring them to us anyway to okay them.
Yeah.
okay. And I mean,
Well, I mean,
They-
Mary gotta send them out and they gotta be received by the drainage board.
yeah, that's fine. I just,
I mean, they could
And
send
then
them
they
out.
come to us and we review them.
If they're doing
Well,
that,
I
they can
mean,
send them out
when
too.
you get the quotes,
No, 'cause you
they're
have to look
doing
at
a
it.
quote according to the letter, so
Well, they
your
can.
interpretation of the letter would be what they're supposed to do for the quote. But there's a lot of thought that goes into those, when I get all the thoughts into them. Is that sufficient on Big Black Creek?
Yeah.
Creek? Yeah.
Now we'll move to Maddox ditch discussion, $35,139.93 in the fund.
This one was requested by the Delbert Turner, Harold's brother.
Brother? Yep.
Maddox ditch, there's a history. The orange part is where I got started. Elizabeth Foy still had brush on her little short section of Maddox ditch. We went in there and we probed it and we found 3 feet of silt in the bottom of the ditch. So I went-
Any money in this?
Yes, there is.
$55,139.93.
And is it full of brush?
The Elizabeth Foy's area, the orange part does have brush in it. The rest of it is clean except from the X to the north The channel is clean, but there's 2-foot cottonwood trees and other trees still growing on the bank. They're not impeding the flow unless the flow is 4 to 5 foot deep. So my suggestion with the amount of money that's in the fund and my estimate of what it would cost to dig from the X, the red X, down to 200 north, remove the trees on Foy's, I'm coming up with an estimate of around 43,200 some. If we go north of the X and cut those trees, I'm guessing it's gonna cost $10 a foot, 2,100 feet, $21,000. Guess it's up around $52,000, $55,000 in the fund. I would rather go back and get those trees later and worry about getting it dredged open to start with.
But you haven't got a quote by anybody.
No, this is to take 2 quotes.
Okay.
This is another one just like Big Black. I was informed that in the lower green section, they have tile that are restricted.
So you just want permission to go ahead and quote
Yes.
this?
Yes.
Is Ford gonna be mad that we're gonna take our trees?
No. I finally got a hold of them. I went to their house, walked through their garage to knock on their door, and was able to get a hold of them. I've tried to call them 2 other times since then. They won't answer the phone. But he was fine with clear cutting it from field to field. If she wanted to save trees, hopefully he still is fine. But they know that we're coming through, whether we cut it all or whether we cut one side and up the other, or leave one. But at the moment, they're fine with cutting everything. I would just like your blessing to get this to a quote also.
Yep. Yep. Next one is Monroe Branch of Luger Maintenance Discussion, $96,072.74 in the fund.
Somewhat the same scenario. I had the the county highway department, and then the farmer that is upstream from the blue ditch on here is Monroe B. It has a history of sediment going in where the 3 orange circles are. I would like to go in the orange circle side and put some riprap in those locations that hasn't been done in the past. Previous times it was dredged on the north side versus the south side because of the area that is muck. I mean, you can tell the black between the orange line, green line, and blue line, that dark spot is the muck. So generally through there, they dig it on the east side just to be on stabler ground. But that blue line needs to be dredged. Again, just wanting your blessing to take it forward to a quote.
Yep.
We know what is 96,000, but we've already spent some of it, right?
So we get, how much does it come to? We have another 20,000 coming in this fall.
Okay, that's what it's going to
It pulls, that Luger Creek and Trip pulls in like 60,000 a year.
Okay.
And it is a frequent flyer, gets the money spent about as fast as it goes in.
Yeah, it never shuts off, does
But
it?
it's got a huge watershed, it's like 19,000 acres.
What's the boy's name up there, Huntington?
Andrew,
Squeak died.
Andrew.
Yeah,
Huh?
Johnny,
Andrew.
yeah.
Is he doing anything?
I've got him in line to work for Jack Green on Little Black Creek, but he's been waiting for the crops to get off. If I can get Jack off my back. Jack wants me to get in there, he doesn't care if it's somebody else's crops or not.
I didn't know, we don't have,
You dealt with Jack.
you still would hear from him all the time, but we don't hear from him anymore.
Yeah, we've got him open, a lot of it.
Moving on to other business, FAR Ira Hudson, update from the joint drain public hearing.
We had a meeting a week ago and got it all approved, moving forward. I can't tell you what the rates were all right off my head, but $10 an acre. And $10 a home site, because Blackford County didn't charge home site. So hopefully that'll get some money built up and start working on it.
We use Redwood anymore.
He's come in high on the last quote. Last I used him for was a beaver dam on the middle.
Now I have another question. Why was the agenda so late?
I had to leave early yesterday to go to a doctor, and then I
Okay,
had 3 days vacation day last week.
okay. It's nice to get it at least a day before the meeting.
Sorry about that.
All right, motion to adjourn.
I have one more info. I've been chasing the Cart Creek Open for Nolan Holloway to get it to a public hearing. I've been through all the books in the office once. I'm back going through them. I've been through them half of them a second time. I found Cart Creek description up to section 17. It's like halfway up to the county line, but from there north, I have not found it being a regulated ditch. And I hate to put it on maintenance if it's not a regulated ditch.
So half of it is, but
The grade changes greatly. The bottom part has a flatter grade, and then when you get further north, the grade gets extremely more. So maybe they just didn't deem it necessary to make it a regulated
do
ditch.
you know, does it change at a property line or something?
It's where the brown ditch dumps into it is where it's regulated last. So
So there is a dividing line.
Is that the one the window was on?
windows on the tile, on the Cart Creek tile, but this is for the open ditch. Nolan Holloway is wanting to put it on maintenance. Or put a maintenance fund on it, or assessment, however you want to say it.
Very big watershed.
Yeah. It's not so big if that's all the further we go, but we've already pursued it to encompass the whole thing. Nathan has made a map, so now I have him going in on the regulated drains that are on it, like the Steelman, Brumfield, and Minnick. And there's some other regulated drains, and we're doing those watersheds since we already have a map. But I'm still pursuing it. I haven't given up on it, but all the way county line's looking iffy now. So that's all. I have enough. Pat, you look like you're thinking awful hard.
I need to quit that.
Motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second.
Second. Adjourned.
Well, we've covered a lot of territory.
Yeah.
Got a lot of maps. I appreciate it, but you have to remind me.
You give them back, I'll bring them back next time we have the same discussion.
Well, I could do